What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we're back for a bit of a commentary, and today we're going to talk about Forza Horizon 3 again. So as we get closer and closer to E3, closer and closer towards Horizon, I'm going to be pumping up these videos more and more because I really want this game to be good, and I feel like with Forza there is some hope left, some hope left. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about why I have hope in Horizon 3 and my general overall expectations. Now, I've been making these wishlist videos, talking about the game ever so slightly, but I haven't really talked about what I expect from the game and, you know, why I see hope in Forza Horizon 3 of it actually being a semi-decent game. So that's the topic of today. We're going to get straight into it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So honestly, I think the main reason is because Horizon 1 was an amazing game, and Horizon 3 is just a great opportunity for them to turn everything around. Now, Horizon 2 wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it was an awful game. It wasn't amazing. It was kind of in the middle. It was kind of just mediocre, really. Horizon 2 wasn't an awful game. It just lacked a lot of what Horizon 1 had. It seemed like it was Forza 5 compared to Forza 4. It was kind of a step back in content and just overall, you know, polish, I guess. I feel like Horizon 1 was a lot more polished, had a lot more stuff to do, and I guess it's the same from Forza 4 to Forza 5. Forza 4 had a lot more in it as, like, in terms of game content. So, my main reasoning for actually having hope in this game is maybe they can kind of improve it like they did with Forza 6. Again, I don't play Forza 6, it doesn't appeal to me. If I do play a Forza game, I will quite gladly go on Forza 4 or Horizon 1. I don't really play any of the next gen Forzas anymore, mainly because I sold Horizon 2, and I sold that a few days ago, and then I kind of destroyed Forza 5. And then I uninstalled Forza 6, but I do have them to an extent. But the reason why I don't play them compared to the old 360 versions is because I just feel like there's less content. Now, you know, with next gen coming into its, you know, pretty strong phases right now, we'd expect them to make the most of the Xbox One, you know, in terms of its storage, you know, trying to get the most out of the game's graphics as well as the physics, etc, etc. And I feel like Horizon 3 is a great opportunity for them to refine on what they already have. Now, Horizon 2 is a good platform, but from there, they really need to improve. And, you know, I've been making these wishlist videos, suggesting on things which they should improve on, and let's just hope by the time, you know, E3 comes around, or when the game comes around, or when the demo comes around, that there is some major changes, to the handling model, so it's not just wheel spin simulator, and, you know, and some more improvement to the progression, so there's actually some solid progression, similar to how it was in Forza Horizon 1. So the next reason why I'm really hyped for the next Horizon game is because they've had a long-ass time to develop it. They've had 2 years. Now, 2 years may not sound like a lot on paper, but when you think about it, so they're most likely going to import all the cars from Forza 6. So that has a huge backlog of cars which they don't need to remodel or resculpt because they're basically going to be imported. That's how the Forza Xbox One engine works. So they can reuse all the cars, and they can also reuse the assets from Forza Horizon 2 and maybe Forza 6, depending on what they're going to do with it. So really, when you think about it, they've had a pretty long time to develop this game when they're going to reuse a lot of the stuff which we've seen from past Forzas. Now, obviously, not everything can be reused, depending on what the area is. Obviously, assets are going to need to be remade, but overall, this would save a hell of a lot of time, and that time can be put towards the game mechanics and, you know, the overall progression and the customization and, you know, how the cars feel and all that kind of stuff. So it really does open up a completely new door to how the gameplay should play, basically, and how the story should play out. And let's hope that they really do use that time, you know, wisely, because let's be honest, you can have all that time, but if you don't use it correctly, then I mean, time is worth nothing. I mean, you can slack up until the last minute and then nothing's going to happen. Let's just hope that Playground Games have really not slacked and they've gone 100% all the way through. But yeah, no, you know, that free time which was not available in Horizon 2, because again, in Horizon 2 they kind of needed to recreate a lot of assets from the scratch, because obviously it's a new engine and there was never another Horizon game before that. The last one that was on the 360, and you can't reuse assets you had on the 360 on the Xbox One. So hopefully that save time, you know, is put towards gameplay and just leads to a better overall experience. The final reason why I'm pretty hyped for Horizon 3 is because, well, look at the competition. You've got the crew with the Wild Run, and they're doing, they are doing so much right now. I believe the photo mode is coming out today. So you've got the crew of Wild Run on your ass. You've got Drive Club. They are outselling Forza. And, like, what else is there to say about that? The game was broken on launch, and now they're outselling, I think it's Forza 5 and Horizon 2 combined, if I'm not wrong. I might be wrong. And then you've got Need for Speed, another open world racer, which, again, is doing... You just got to look at the competition right now. There's a hell of a lot of competition, and I bet at E3 there's going to be another game announced. So... really, from a competitive standpoint, from a business standpoint, this game needs to be good to be the #1 racer on Xbox One. At the moment, I'm not sure if it is, and I don't want to quote myself because I might be wrong on that. But I've got a funny feeling it probably isn't. You know, even Project Cars compared to Forza 6, probably, I'm imagining Project Cars probably sold more. So they've really got to pump it up. You know, like, in terms of sales, otherwise, it's just going to decline, and obviously when it declines enough, they're going to go down the route which Need for Speed did, and, well, that was never a good thing. I mean, we were left there with basically nothing for a very long time until the Need for Speed series had a reboot recently. So really, in terms of sales, yeah, they need to do well, like, ASAP. Now we've got all that out of the way, I want to point out some reasons why I'm not hyped for Forza Horizon 3. I know the title doesn't say that, but I'm going to go ahead and just ramble for a bit because there's a few things which I want to get off my mind. So, number 1, pre-planned DLC. I guarantee there's cars on that game, you know, right now, as we speak, in the development stages, which will not be in the final release. I bet there's cars from Forza 6, which won't be seen, you know, on the car list, but probably will be on the disc for, you know, DLC later down the line. And that pisses me off a lot, and I've talked about on this DLC before, and, you know, I'm not going to ramble on about that too much, but that's just, I hate that. I really hate that. So that's one reason why, you know, I'm not hyped for the game. Another reason why I'm not hyped for the game is the handling may not change. The handling may not change from Horizon 2, and it may just be a wheel spin simulator again, and that's never fun. So, you know, really with Horizon 2, the issue was, it doesn't matter what car you had, if it was over S1, you drift through every corner, and that was really it. In Horizon 1, compared to Horizon 2, you really controlled your car. You know, it was hard, well, it was hard to an extent to drift. You could definitely learn it, and it did take some practice. When you had some practice under your belt, it was really easy. But it's not really like that with Horizon 2. If you start drifting, then you're basically, all you gotta do is tap the brake and go around a corner. Like, it's not really Rivals amount of drifting, but it's very close to Rivals. And I don't feel like there's any skill there to drift, and there should be. So the handling might not change. The game might not change as a whole. We might literally get a refreshed Horizon 2. And, well, I don't want that, to be honest. No, they need to make it a new and fresh game. Now, guys, this is my opinion. You know, if you want another Horizon 2, then good for you. You know, go ahead and roll with that. I'm not trying to change anyone's opinion. But what I am saying is that, in my opinion at least, they need to really reshake up, you know, just how Horizon works. I remember in Horizon 1, it just seemed like there was a lot more attention to detail. Little things like the big Forza logo thing, little Forza logo statue being in the little main festival area in Horizon 1. That was sick. And then you had, like, the little banners everywhere, which displayed the artists which were in the game, like the advertisements. That was really cool. And there was even, like, sponsored events, so, like, G-Ready tournaments and, like, Momo, I don't know, like, time attacks and that kind of stuff. And just that kind of attention to detail, I feel like it's not really in Horizon 2. Or in Forza 6. I mean, Forza 4 had it as well. It had a lot more modes, and it generally just a lot more fun, to be honest. And I just feel like Forza isn't really taken care of properly. And I mean, there is ways they can solve this quite easily, and I hope they do. But I guess all we can really do is wait. You know, again, this is all my opinion, guys. We're all entitled to our own. If you have your own and you want to share it, go ahead and do so in the comments. I love to go ahead and talk to you guys about this topic. So go ahead, do that down in the comments section down below. I'll try to reply to all of them, as long as they're sensible, guys. If you literally come at me and tell me I'm a dick and I've got no life and, you know, whatever, I'm probably just going to delete the comments. So don't waste your time and my time. You know, if you're going to
comment, please do it in a kind of informative manner. Don't be immature, basically. And that's basically it, to be honest. I mean, I think I've basically said most of the things which I have concerns about and that I'm looking forward to. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So if you did, hit the like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe and peace.